Get ready for action because we are kicking things off with major NBA drama. Phoenix Suns forward Dillon Brooks was courtside at Crypto.com Arena watching the Lakers and the Oklahoma City Thunder battle in Game 4 of their Western Conference semifinals series. We dive into what we know about this intense matchup and why Brooks is there for this pivotal game.
Here's a simple way to protect your phone without stress. This Allen 3-pack comes with tempered glass screen protectors, camera lens protectors, and an installation frame for an easier, cleaner fit. It's clear, case-friendly, and built to help guard against scratches and everyday bumps. Check the link in the comments to get it on Amazon.
Next up, we are taking a deep dive into the season review for the Phoenix Suns. We look closely at Royce O'Neale and how he represented both the successes and the shortcomings of the team this campaign. Discover the analytics behind O'Neale's performance and what the Suns truly need to achieve moving forward. Stay tuned because we are bringing you the latest on the LeBron James situation. We examine what was captured on camera showing Phoenix Suns forward Dillon Brooks in attendance during a crucial moment involving LeBron James during the game. Find out the context behind this appearance and what it all means for the upcoming season. Finally, we look at the intensity surrounding Dillon Brooks rolling up for Game 4 against the Los Angeles Lakers. We break down the current vibes in Los Angeles, the dominance of the Oklahoma City Thunder, and whether Brooks is there to scout or simply witness the potential end of the LeBron era in Los Angeles. Don't miss this full breakdown. Subscribe now for all the latest NBA news. Phoenix Suns forward Dillon Brooks was present at Crypto.com Arena to watch Game 4 of the Western Conference semifinals series between the Los Angeles Lakers and the Oklahoma City Thunder. Brooks was observed by Amazon Prime during the first half on Monday, May 11, while LeBron James was shooting free throws. Commentators noted Brooks' presence, with analysts speculating on his positioning near the basket. The Lakers were defeated by the Suns, 115-110, with LeBron James scoring 24 points in the loss. Brooks and James share a notable history, including a memorable moment in the 2023 playoffs. Earlier this season, Brooks addressed their past interactions, stating he was signaling his continued presence. Following the game, 41-year-old LeBron James reflected on the prospect of retirement, stating, "With my future, I don't know. Still fresh from losing, I don't know what the future holds for me as it stands right now." As an unrestricted free agent, James plans to consult with his family before making a decision. Meanwhile, the Oklahoma City Thunder swept the Suns in the first round and eliminated the Lakers in the same manner. Oklahoma City now faces either the San Antonio Spurs or the Minnesota Timberwolves in the conference finals, with both teams tied at 2 games apiece, heading into Game 5 on May 12 in San Antonio. In a season review for the 2025-26 campaign, Royce O'Neale emerges as a complex figure for the Phoenix Suns, representing both the team's strengths and its fundamental shortcomings. Despite being an obviously flawed player on an equally flawed roster, O'Neale outperformed expectations. The analysis highlights that expectations for O'Neale entering the season centered on him being a top-tier three-point shooter and a positive defensive contributor in a marginal rotation role. While his shooting and floor connectivity made him an integral part of the Suns' rotation, his time as a primary defender diminished with age, and his lack of athleticism was exposed when he was asked to play a role for which he is no longer suited. The report stresses that the Suns must prioritize finding more athleticism on the front line, specifically citing the need for players with greater athleticism and defensive capability to fill O'Neale's power forward role. The suggestion is that acquiring a player like Aaron Gordon or Cam Johnson, or developing Rasheer Fleming, would be crucial for the team's ascent. Despite these roster concerns, O'Neale remains a valuable asset due to his contract, three-point shooting, veteran poise, and high IQ, placing him on the trading block for the summer. His most memorable performance included a career year in scoring, shooting over 40% from three, and starting 67 games for the Suns. Although his weaknesses in rebounding and on-ball defense were evident, these flaws were amplified by a poorly constructed roster that forced him into an unsustainable role. The assessment concludes that O'Neale was integral to the Suns' success this season, noting that the team secured 10 more wins than the previous year and started him in a role vacated by Kevin Durant. This performance justifies a high rating, acknowledging that O'Neale delivered what the team needed, even if the demands placed upon him exceeded his capabilities. The Phoenix Suns season review highlights Royce O'Neale as a figure who embodied both the team's strengths and its critical shortcomings during the 2025-26 campaign. Positioned as a shooting forward power forward at age 32, O'Neale finished the season with a 7 Suns rank preseason and a 9 postseason. Statistical data showed he averaged 28.4 points, 9.8 rebounds, and 4.8 assists per game, alongside a 42.1% field goal percentage and 40.8% three-point percentage. Coming into the season, expectations placed on O'Neale for a marginal rotation role, anticipating him to be a strong three-point shooter and a positive defensive contributor. While he was integral to the Suns' rotation due to his shooting and playmaking on both ends of the floor, his diminished athleticism and fading defensive prowess were exploited when he was asked to assume a power forward role despite being another 65 player on the roster. The analysis suggests that the Suns must prioritize adding more athleticism and defensive capability to their front line moving forward. The report indicates that O'Neale's future with the team is uncertain, with speculation pointing toward trades for players like Aaron Gordon or Cam Johnson, or the development of prospects such as Rasheer Fleming. Despite his limitations, O'Neale was deemed a valuable asset due to his contract, veteran poise, high IQ, and three-point shooting. He is expected to be on the trading block this summer. Despite glaring weaknesses in rebounding and on-ball defense, the review acknowledges that O'Neale outperformed expectations given the flawed roster construction and the role he was forced into. He recorded a career year in scoring, shot over 40% from three, and started 67 games for the Suns. The report concludes that O'Neale was integral to the team's success this season, noting that the Suns won 10 more games than the previous year and started him in place of Kevin Durant, cementing his value despite his inherent flaws. Dillon Brooks has returned to watch Game 4 of the Western Conference semifinals between the Oklahoma City Thunder and the Los Angeles Lakers. Brooks, known for his competitive nature, was spotted courtside at Crypto.com Arena for the matchup, despite his previous team, the Phoenix Suns, being eliminated by the Thunder in the first round. The atmosphere in Los Angeles is described as desperate as the Lakers face the top-seeded Oklahoma City Thunder, who entered the game with a commanding 3-0 lead and were aiming for a sweep that could significantly impact the Lakers' offseason. This follows a decisive Game 3 where Shai Gilgeous-Alexander and the Thunder dominated the Lakers, defeating them 131-108. In that contest, SGA was highly efficient, recording 23 points and 9 assists in just 33 minutes. The Lakers have struggled to counter the Thunder's speed and efficiency. Despite LeBron James putting up 19 points and 8 assists in Game 3, and Rui Hachimura contributing 21 points, the supporting players have been inconsistent. The Lakers' new lineup, featuring Dinder Ayton and Marcus Smart, has reportedly been unable to slow down the Thunder's offense, which shot 56% from the field in their previous encounter. Early in Game 4, the trend continued with Oklahoma City taking a 30-26 lead. Ajay Mitchell continued to pose a challenge for the Lakers, building on his 24-point performance in Game 3. Brooks' presence at the game adds a layer of commentary, whether he is scouting future opponents or simply observing the potential end of the LeBron era in Los Angeles. If the Thunder secure the victory tonight, Brooks will be positioned to witness the final moments of the series.